Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey guys, it is the fourth quarter storytellers coming to you. I am Cynthia Merritt and I am here at age 60-ish. And I found myself looking at very little retirement savings and a very small pension. And so I wanted more than having to think about living on Social Security. So that's why I'm here. We're telling these great stories in our fourth quarter, and I will turn it over to Val.
Good morning, guys. I'm Valerie Davis, and I'm 53, and I want a better life. I want a better life as I move into retirement. I want to learn how to save more, teach how to save more, and make your money work for you, opposed to your money working opposed to you working for your money. So that's why I'm
Absolutely.
here. I want to enjoy the rest of my life. As I think about it, I have more years behind me than ahead of me, and I want to step in the right direction and live a bountiful life. Right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Thanks, Val. Okay, so guys, on the fourth quarter storytellers channel, what we talk about here is building community for like-minded individuals. That's huge to have that safe space. This is a space where we talk about health and wellness because that's our number one asset, lifestyle options because that flourishes our life, and financial improvement, what this mission is all about, so we can pass something down with a legacy to our family members and others, and then travel and relocation, and then much more. But this is a safe space. And every week, I always say, Brene Brown says, for shame to grow, it has to have secrecy, silence, and judgment. And we have not any of those three things here. So please share all praise reports of accomplishments on the journey. I just spoke with someone this week that started a new job with a nice salary, and that is awesome. She's been out of work for like 7 or 8 months, been laid off. So, any praise reports you guys you have, please let us know. We'd love to share them. And then what we want to say is welcome in. So we want to get into today's content. And today, what we're talking about is caregiving. Because, we are that sandwich generation. We have young ones who are now adults with their own families. And then we have parents because we're living longer now because we take care of ourselves, and more opportunities have given us longer life. What is the word I'm looking? Lifespan, lifespan opportunities, and people are living longer. So a lot of us are doing that caregiving duty. So caregivers focus so much on our loved ones, those younger ones, our children, and our elderly parents.
Mhm.
And so well-being and self-care is so important. It's vital for us to maintain our physical and emotional energy, and so that we can care for the others. Because you know what they tell you on the airline, put your mask on first, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to save anybody. So here's some important things that we've got today for caregivers to do for caring for yourself. And Val, my co host, is an expert in this area. So basically, I'm going to turn the conversation over to her to lead today because she knows what she's talking about. And I'm just going to be here, contributing my expertise on these areas. So, Val, take it away.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you for that expertise. Ooh, I like that. But first of all, before we do that, I would just like to take maybe 10 seconds of silence for losing our hometown girl, Mrs. Angie Stone. She passed away. She was killed in a car accident yesterday. She lives in Stockbridge, close to where Cynthia and I reside. So she's really a homegirl. So I just want to give us at least 10 seconds of silence and just pray for her family, okay? If you don't mind. Amen. Amen. All right. Thank you guys for that moment. So now, as Cynthia was speaking about caregivers and how being a caregiver, you have to remember yourself. You have to think about yourself and put that mask on to protect yourself and take some time out for yourself. So in order to do so, you have to set boundaries. And when I say set boundaries, you have to set strict boundaries. Okay? Know when to say no. Setting clear boundaries that helps you manage the physical and emotional demands of caregiving because it can be very strenuous. And I say that you have to set the boundaries because not everyone is a nurturer, not everyone can be a caregiver, but sometimes you put in that position. As Cynthia said, as we get older and our parents are still living, then we have to take care of them. They took care of us, and now we take care of them. If you can't do it yourself, then find a great facility, and we'll talk more about that. But you have to set the boundaries with friends and families, anyone that may be involved. All right, even for that loved one, you know your strong suits, you know your weaknesses, so you can only project what you know and what you can, and you have to seek help. All right. So, and
Val, can I say something before you move on to the next? Okay. And I just want to say, you know how Oprah introduced us to this statement? Mm-hmm. No is a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm. No explanation needed. No explanation needed. I said what I said. That's it. And that's all.
That's it.
And then you can blink with it. That's it.
No.
That stamps it when you say no. So yes, so I'm familiar with this subject because I had the blissful opportunity of taking care of my mom for several years, and I love that. I've also been in a capacity where I will assist seniors, so this falls dear and near to my heart. So it's very important, so that way you can kind of prep yourself if you have to, if you follow these shoes as well. All right. So number one thing you want to do is set boundaries. All right. Have that conversation. If you need to write things down, have some notes and rules or whatever, you set those boundaries. Okay. So now another thing is that you need to do, guys, and take this one really seriously. Take breaks. Pause for a second. Take breaks because you don't want to burn yourself out. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been so tired or so stressful and that, but you still just keep pushing and keep going?
Yes.
What happens? You get agitated, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. So now you're projecting that agitation onto someone else, and they don't deserve that.
Absolutely.
So it's very important to take regular breaks, even if they're brief. And when you take those breaks, guys, that's going to reduce the stress. Mm-hmm. Stepping away from caregiving responsibilities, you can just take a walk.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
That's always good. Take a walk, meditate, take a nap. I love my naps. Take a nap. And then you can a hobby. If you don't have a hobby, you can create a hobby. Something simple and easy. Something simple and easy. You can just create a hobby that just calms you down and is soothing. I mentioned to my sister that I want to start taking pottery lessons. Taking pottery lessons. It looked so calm and soothing. We did a craft yesterday. We made beach bags. Okay. And they're be creative on what you want on your beach bag. It was just so nice. So you guys, just giving some examples of some hobbies. And when you have those hobbies, or you take that walk, or you have that nap, that's your time to recharge. Mm-hmm.
I like scrapbooking.
Exactly.
Scrapbooking and reading. Reading is a hobby for me too.
Reading is good. Mm-hmm. Word puzzles.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Putting puzzles together is good. And then I also I'm old. I still like playing bingo.
Me too. I was on a game night and won. We did trivia and bingo Thursday.
Oh, really? See, that was good. Mm-hmm. Do you got? It's like different ways that you can play bingo.
We do the digital cards.
Yes. They have picture frame, small picture frame, former X, former H, and I'm like, ooh,
L. And then we do a blackout. The last one is a blackout. You have to get every number on the card, and that's a big prize.
I love that.
It's so much fun.
It is. Then people may think, "Oh, that's not fun. That's
old people." Well, I get some old people there because I have a good time.
Get into it, honey. Get into it. So here again, you want to make sure you take those breaks when you are a caregiver first and keep your mind and heart and soul at ease. All right. And then also, guys, you're a caregiver, you're taking care of your loved one, and you're taking care of your household. You may have a husband or wife, you may have small children or grandkids. So you're doing a lot, right? Ask for help. There's no harm in asking for help. Even though you decide, hey, I'm going to be this caregiver, it's okay. Don't hesitate to ask family and friends to help. Delegate some things, delegate some times, delegate some days. All right. Get people involved. If you trust them and you know them and they're really good with your loved one, have them come in. And not only ask them for help, then you can teach them how your loved one needs to be cared for as a way of show them what's needed. Show them how to talk to them.
Yes.
You know, show them how to have that simple little touch to get them to agree with what you're asking them.
Yes.
All right. So don't hesitate to lean on family, friends, or even professional support.
Absolutely.
Here in Georgia, and there's tons of agencies.
Okay.
Tons of agencies that you can reach out to. All right. So now, here again, when you ask them for help, it's not a sign of weakness. It's that you need that help. You need that time for yourself so that someone is there, right? So so you want to have self-care for yourself. And that ensures that you don't burn out.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I can attest trying to do it all, you know, in the beginning. And I was like, God, I just can't do this. I know what my strong suits are. I know what I can and cannot do. All right. And my sisters were jumping in anyway. I didn't have to open my mouth. And then when everyone has their own schedule, if something comes up, then hey, we'll reach out to someone else. We asked for help.
Okay.
That's how it was so smooth and so seamless. Right. So here again, you don't want to burn yourself out. You want to love your loved one. You want to have self-care time for yourself, re-energize so that you can always have a lot to put out.
And you don't want them to feel that burnout because people can feel when you're burned out. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and you're right about that. That's a very important point, Cynthia, because you know your loved one. So it's something different for them. They don't want to feel like they are a burden.
Right.
And they say that over and over again. So it's up to you to make them understand and know that they are not a burden. So, but they're thinking that in their mind, well, you got to do this for me. Oh my God, well, I don't want you to have to do that. And sometimes they won't even tell you when they want something and need something because they're trying to think about you. So, you know, don't you got to have that time out for yourself so then that way they can feel their energy. Oh, well, they're okay. They don't mind doing this. I'm not a burden. They love me. So let me tell them everything I need. Right? Makes sense, correct?
It does.
Okay. So now you got to ask for the help. You got to set your boundaries. So now you got to stay active for yourself. You got to stay healthy. You got to stay healthy, not just by your naps and your reading, guys. You got to stay active. You got to boost your energy. You got to exercise. You got to take your vitamins, everything that needs to be done so that you can boost your energy and improve your mood. So even just regular daytime, any other time when you exercise, you feel good, right? After you've done your exercise, you feel like you can move for the world.
Yep, absolutely.
That's right. You can improve.
And another thing too with that, Val, now they're talking about in our age range, especially women need to do weights. That resistance, weight resistance. So when I go in my yoga room every morning, I start with my dumbbells and on the mat. Yep.
We need that because we want to keep our muscles.
Yes.
Elasticity of our skin, that helps too. Let me do that again. Let me touch that muscle, girl. Boom. It helps, guys. So you got to stay active. You know, really, that's another way that you can remove stress too, by staying active. Even small daily exercises, like Cynthia just mentioned, you know, little weights here and there, stretching. Stretching is a good way to stay active. And sometimes when you haven't stretched in a while, that's a full activity.
I know.
Just so sore and so tired. And they come up with these different stretches. I'm like, who created this stuff?
I know.
Who can do all this? But hey, stretching, once again, walking, that makes a difference too. So, hey, let's stay active, take care of ourselves while we're taking care of our loved ones. Remember, we're wearing that mask, the oxygen mask.
Mm-hmm.
So within taking care of ourselves and staying active, we got to eat right.
Because it's already statistics shown that we now at Jay's, we sit way too long. We're not supposed to sit even when we're working. 8 hours, you're not supposed to sit. Every time you've been sitting at your desk or whatever for an hour, you need to get up and walk at least for a couple minutes and just walk around and then sit back down. But consecutive sitting causes sedentary things to set into your body, and that's not good. And a lot of our older people are sedentary. They don't do anything.
They sit
all day long.
I mean, just think about it. When you sit for a long time and you get up, you have a little pain, a little ache.
Yeah.
So now you're tensed and your body is like doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
And as the elderly, when they're confined to a wheelchair,
right.
So you gotta like make them stay active. So we did exercises with my mom. Now, she didn't necessarily like it.
Right.
She would say you can do it. Occupational therapy would come in, physical therapy would come in, and then we would do our own thing with her. And sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't.
Right.
Where I'm working now, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. We try to be active all day to get their limbs moving, and they get a little tired, but it makes them feel better. So we stay active, they stay active. We have to have a balanced diet to help with our energy. So we have to eat well. That increases our energy levels when we're eating properly.
Yes.
Right. It supports both our physical and mental well-being.
Absolutely.
If you're eating a whole bunch of junk food and you're tired, you don't have the energy or the capacity to do anything. You're very fatigued, right?
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we're eating the proper things. So you need to make sure that you're following your proper diet. I'm not going to go into what you should and should not eat because everyone's different.
Right.
What type of vitamins you should or should not take. You know yourself. If you don't get to know yourself, get more in tune with your body, find out what makes you drive and thrive and what makes you settled and lazy. Right? Here is a good one. I'm still working on this. Try to avoid excessive caffeine because I love my coffee, but I've been getting into the mushroom coffee. I know. I've been getting into mushroom coffee. I love my coffee.
Me too. I love mushroom coffee too, Val.
Yes. So I'm getting better with it. Processed foods. I eat processed food sometimes, but I'm trying to get away from that. And I do notice that when I do eat processed food, guys, I get tired. I feel all sluggish.
Okay.
And my stomach feels tight.
Okay.
So I've noticed that. So while I'm speaking, I'm teaching myself as well. Try to avoid excessive caffeine and processed foods that can lead to energy crashes. Like you just feel like.
No? Do you cook?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you cook?
I do. I started cooking more now than I think within the past year and a half, 2 years and a half, I've been cooking a whole lot more. And then get what I want. And then the foods that I would typically eat when I'm out, I've learned how to prepare those foods to my liking where I can make them at home. And that saves money. Remember, we talked about how to save money, how to cut back on your spending. You guys remember that? Like a week or so ago, how to cut back, how to dial back and save your money. Put your money elsewhere. So cooking at home does help.
Okay.
And when you're taking care of your loved one, when you're that caregiver, you need to make sure that they are eating the proper food that's good for them and that you are eating properly.
Exactly.
All right. So we got to always eat well. Eat the right things to keep your energy going. The other thing, guys, is sleep. Lord Jesus, I love my sleep. I talk about this all the time.
Oh, good, Val. Because that's when your body's repairing itself. That is wonderful.
Yes. Well, my body repairs itself a lot, Cindy. It repairs itself a lot because I like to sleep.
Okay.
That's like a job for me.
Good.
If I could just get paid for it.
I know. And
the thing is, at nighttime, with menopause, we talked about that too. So you fall asleep easily and quickly, but then it's disturbed because you're hot.
Okay.
You're comfortable. You have to go to the restroom, you need water, and then you fall asleep instantly, but then you back up again. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Menopause stuff. Yeah. So to be a great caregiver, you have to get your sleep. It's crucial. Got to get rest. Sleep is crucial for both your mentality, for your mental and your physical.
So how many hours do you average per night?
Well, let's get into it for 1 second then.
Okay.
I would like to average 6 to 8. I will probably average this consistent sleep, maybe 5 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But and here again, it's because of the menopause, and I'm trying different things to try to make it better. But I can wake up at 6:30 to 7 a.m. By 10 a.m. sometimes, most times, or 11 a.m. I'm tired, so I have to keep myself going. So by the time I get off work, sometimes I can be in bed by 7 or 7:30.
Okay.
But then I'm awake by 11 or 12.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm back at sleep by 3 or 4, but then I got to be back by 6 or 7. You see what I mean? So it's like broken sleep.
So it's broken
So
up.
I'm working on things, in fact, for me to get to less. Yeah. So
and my body wakes up.
I gotta sleep.
My body wakes up every morning at 6:30 or 7, between 6:30 and 7. So I wake up every morning at that time. But that's my natural alarm clock. So what I had to do was make sure I was getting in bed early enough so I could make sure, because I try to get at least 7 or 8 hours a night. So if I go to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, no later than go to sleep by 11, then I'm good. I normally average about 7 to a couple of days ago, I had 8.5. And sometimes it's like that. It's like, oh, okay. Because, I measured on my watch, honey. I want to know the exact number of hours. Anyway, I digress. Sorry.
So that's good, though, to be able to get that 8 hours of sleep. I wish that I could. I most definitely try. I can be in my resting mode, like just relaxing, but I'm still awake. And I've learned to take those devices away because, honey, you reach for that phone and start scrolling, flipping channels, flipping my with my Fire Stick. Like, oh, that's nice, So yeah. So if you want to get your proper sleep, you want to try to maintain a regular sleep schedule. Create a calm sleeping environment. We talked about that too, guys, a couple of weeks ago, how to set the tone so that you can get that proper rest. Take your shower, dim your lights, read a book, maybe have hot tea. Some people, the hot tea is good, some people say not. Meditate. Typically meditation, sometimes it just takes you right on into your sleep mode. So figure out how you can get your proper sleep so that you can have all that you need, that your body will have all that it needs so that you can now focus on the person that you're nurturing, that you're caring for. All right. And sometimes being a caregiver, like I said, you try to avoid getting burned out, but sometimes it's care of your mother, your father, someone that has provided for you your entire life, and you always want to just make sure that you're giving back to them. They deserve it, right?
Yes.
So you gotta have self-emotional support. You gotta seek emotional support. If you just can't, sometimes you just can't give it to yourself.
Right.
And here again, it's draining. And sometimes talking to someone that you trust will be helpful, but you gotta make sure that God gives you the discernment to know who you can talk to, because sometimes you can turn around and hit you in the face. But you need to talk to someone that can really, really help you. Try joining a support group. A lot of the agencies will have respite care, or so that you can go out and get the rest. They'll take care of your loved one while you take care of yourself. Yeah, there's tons of places like that. Some of them may be in like the recovery center, therapy center, where they have beds available, and they'll keep a couple of hours or a couple of days so that you can be okay. And then not only that, if you don't want to take them into a facility, they'll have someone come to your home.
Okay. And don't they have active or adult daycares where they can go and play games and do activities? Okay.
They do have adult daycares and community senior centers, and they'll have someone come and pick your loved one up if they're in that capacity where they can do things on their own. Only need a little assistance.
Yeah.
If you need a great bit of assistance, then the adult daycare will be much better for them.
Okay.
And also with the agencies, the home health aides, they can come in and do activities with your loved one, and you can take off. You can either just stay in your room for 5 hours, or you can leave the house or whatever. But you need to seek that help. Look for those individuals, those groups or individuals, and then also you want to seek some type of therapy as well. You want to seek some type of therapy so that you can make sure that you are getting those things out, because you're feeling different things yourself. Your loved one is feeling things, you're feeling things, so you need to have that healthy outlet to be able to be emotional if you need to be. You don't want to break down in front of your loved one, because you don't want them to feel like, oh my God, what have I done?
Right.
So to keep your mental together,
composed.
Yes. Keep that emotional support, because they didn't ask to be in that position. That's the same thing I say about kids when individuals may mistreat their kids. They didn't ask to be here. You brought them here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So your loved one didn't ask to be in that predicament. It's things that happen. It's called life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? We're aging and things will happen. All right. So you want to practice stress relief techniques, and just some techniques, activities like meditation, as I said before, deep breathing exercises. Now I saw on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, then I saw it on a movie where the person would deep breathe, count to 4, and then exhale, but they did like 8 times, and I thought that was the silliest thing, the way they were looking. So I started to try it. So you breathe in, count to 4, exhale out 8 times. All that time like that or whatever. I'm like,
Yep.
It helps, but if
It does help.
accustomed to that, you feel like you're gonna forget. So, but you gotta find some techniques. Yoga. Yoga's good. Here, I'm on vacation right now, and the resort had yoga, right? They teach yoga. Of course, I was so excited to go down. I was like up early to get down there. And when I get out there, girl, there was no one there. There was no one there because they said they advertised it, but no one signed up for it. They didn't know that you had to sign up for it. So the instructor wasn't there. And I was so excited for that, because yoga helps reduce stress as well. It helps you relax.
Oh, I know.
I mean, even the stretching is a way it's a stress reliever. It's a technique that you can use to relax. Meditate. Listen to affirmations as well.
Yes, absolutely. And as far as the breathing, I've been doing the breathing techniques for quite some time now. And yesterday, here's a live example, testimonial. Yesterday, I was stressed out about something really, really bad. And I was in my car and I was just thinking about it. And I said, I've got to get this out from my mind. And I started my breathing while I was driving. I started my breathing, and I inhaled deeply. And then I did the 4 count. Write it down. But what was so interesting, Val, I did it for about maybe 2 minutes. And it really made me feel better. It's amazing how something we do naturally can actually help us feel better with stress.
And it does. And so everyone should exercise it. I mean, just start it out, for a couple of minutes a day, and just see how it increases your ability to feel well. I do my deep breathings and guys, I'm accustomed to doing this, and I just
oh yeah, the next,
and it feels so good. And it starts to feel like tension is falling off, right? And like I said, my affirmations, Sometimes I listen and then I repeat them, but then some I just recall and I just tell myself, it's okay. I tell myself, um, I am soft.
Mm-hmm.
I am yet powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I belong in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I just tell myself different things and start to feel good. That's some energy. Now, if you do those affirmations on
Every morning. I do. I
when you're
start my
doing
day
that,
with affirmations
you're going
every
to,
day.
girl, please.
Yes, yes.
So you got to find a stress reliever. So whatever that may be for you is very important. All right. So then when you want to pursue a personal interest, here again, engaging in hobbies. Like we talked a little bit about painting. Like I said, I want to start doing pottery clay, doing pottery, making things, um, coloring, playing bingo. You can even pull up things online if you want to, for Digital Family Feud, Jeopardy, um, find different interests. And even if you need to go outside of your house to do things, then you do so. Or anything to boost that emotional being. Okay. All right. Now my personal interest, I love singing. Now, I can't sing, but I love to sing, so I love karaoke. So
Okay.
if I don't
Okay.
go somewhere and do karaoke, I have my karaoke machine at my house and
Okay.
I'm doing karaoke. And Lord, my new thing is trying to learn these trail ride line dances.
Oh,
Child,
yes, I know.
I can't do them yet, but I will. So that's a personal interest of mine. So um, so when you're so do something fun. When you're a caregiver, do something fun where it takes your mind off what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now you're thinking about you. This is what I like. So I got my oxygen mask on. So this is what
Right.
I like to do for myself. So this is when I'm gonna take that time out to do that. Have
Yes.
fun, laugh,
Yeah.
joke, smile a lot. Just whatever your interest is, make sure that you do it so that you can be self-aware and that you're taking care of yourself. You're being um, um, a little selfish for yourself to make sure that you're good so that you can now give more energy to that loved one, right?
Yes. And
So,
and having fun, let me just say this. One of my goals, Val, one of my goals has been for years now. I still haven't done it, but I'm going to do it. I want to learn and I want to be absolutely amazing and win some contests at Chicago Stepping, honey. I want to get out there and do the stepping. I love and just because they have step clubs where you can just go and dance all night on a Saturday night, and
yeah,
that looks like so much fun. I
it
love to
does.
watch those steppers.
It does. Now, years ago, when I was in my 40s, I did take some of those classes,
Okay.
and they were so fun. They would give them all over Atlanta, and
Hmm.
you would be so amazed that the people that you would see and build a relationship with. And
Okay.
it was so nice. So it is something to think about. And I forgot about that.
I
Yes,
know.
that would be good. And even ballroom dancing.
Yes.
That's something I need to get
Yes.
into.
Absolutely.
Ballroom dancing. That's really good. So anything that keeps the body moving, y'all, I'm a lover of music, all kinds of
Me
music.
too.
And
Me too.
I love to move and dance. Here again, I can't dance, but I can do what I can do. That's my personal interest. And
You can't tell me I can't dance. I really may not be able to, honey. But when I'm out there on the dance floor, they're like, "Oh, she thinks she can dance."
oh my God. And then look, quick story. When I was taking care of my mom, and I would always just act silly. She said, "You always acting silly doing stuff." And I would just get in front of her, just dancing and stuff, doing all crazy things. And she would say, "Get out from in front of me, all that gyrating." That was just funny. But she loved to see it. She'll be
Mhm.
smiling, laughing, and that's how I would get her to start
Oh,
moving around and things like that. So that was our time.
yeah.
And I would just get her. That's how I got her moving her arms, her hands,
Okay.
her feet, and doing things. And so but,
Mhm.
dancing is my personal interest,
I
guys.
know.
So,
Oh,
that was
sweet. That
a
is so
good thing.
sweet.
We used to love dancing together. So if you're going to be doing all those things, having your dancing and all this exercising, you got to monitor your health. Monitor your health. Get your regular checkups.
Yes.
Focus on your body. You're getting older too. Pay attention. Your body tells you when something's going wrong or going different.
Yes.
So alerting you that something new is happening. So you need to get your regular checkups, stay on top of your health. Okay, that's going to ensure that you're physically capable of caring for your loved ones. All right, and that's going to prevent illnesses from escalating. If you're catching the sniffles or what have you, you may be catching a cold. Get the fever and headaches. You may have the flu, whatever, but you need to stay on top of that because you don't want to those type things to the person that you're caring for. So you want to get your regular checkups, keep your doctor's appointments. Okay. Um, Here again, you've already delegated. You've got people to help you out. You've already asked people to help when you need it. So go take care of yourself. Do not go to your doctor's appointment.
Right.
You
Right.
got to take care of
Put your
yourself
mask
inside.
on first.
Yes, you got to go. Ooh, honey, I've heard that so many times. How can you help someone if you can't help yourself? How can you
Exactly.
take care of someone if you can't take care of yourself?
You can't. You can't.
Yeah, so put you first, monitor your health. All right. So so those are a couple of tips, guys.
Yeah.
Here again, I've lived and breathed this. I still work at this capacity at a minimum, but it's very important. It's good to be a caregiver. It's good to be a nurturer, but just make sure that you have what it takes. Make sure you don't burn yourself out. Keep yourself healthy so that you can keep that loved one healthy. Healthy, okay? So taking care of yourself isn't just about your own well-being. It allows you to be more effective and be a compassionate caregiver. Don't you just love that? You
I
love
do love that. I love that.
and you just gotta have it in you. You gotta have it
Yes,
to
yes, that's key. That's key. And you know, one thing about it too, Val, when you're able to, you were talking about reaching out for help. If you need help, when you're able to do that and to tell someone, teach someone rather, how to care for your loved one and loved ones, the way to do it, how to take care, your self care and all that good stuff that you're talking about today. When you do that, you are instilling in them a new skill set. So that is something that they can take somewhere else, you know? Yeah. And that's awesome.
That is a new skill set. I forgot
Yeah.
to even think of it that way. So now this monetary skill set.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
That is great. You're right. You're absolutely right. So
Thanks for these tips, Val.
yeah, oh, you're more than welcome.
And your expertise and your expertise.
You're welcome. We have to think of it this way. I really care about my seniors because we want to pray to get there.
Yeah, and we will.
Yes, and that's what we want. That's what we need. The facility that I'm currently at, everyone there is over 89. We got a couple of people that's 102.
What?
Yes, we have 3 people that are 102.
Wow.
I think there's 4 like 100, and they talk and they like to move around. We have a young lady that's 98 years old, and she is always on the dance exercise floor when she's exercising. She loves to dance. So it's very important, y'all. Hey, keep these seniors intact, y'all, and keep yourself intact so that you can do a good job.
Absolutely, absolutely. Making them feel good every day about the days that they have left here on earth. Because that is that's their most valuable asset. It's all of ours, the time we have here, but to let them have these fewer days that they have ahead of them as just beautiful days on earth. That's a beautiful gift. Thanks so much, Val.
Oh, you're so welcome.
So taking care of yourself, guys, it's not just about your own well-being. Also, it is now allowing you to be a more effective caregiver. And like I said, most of us are in this sandwich generation. We have elderly parents or family members, somebody in the family who still needs to be cared for. And we have our children who are probably adults, may have some grandchildren. So, we're giving them in both directions, up and down. And we just need to keep ourselves good so that we can do that. Okay, Val, you know what we need now? We need the word, girl.
Yeah, to give you this good word, guys. And this is Psalms 94:19. In the multitude of my anxieties within me, your comforts delight my soul. Psalms 94:19 comforts me. He's there for you. brush away those anxieties, brush away that stress, and being a caregiver, you could fall into anxiety, fall into depression. So you want to keep Psalm 94:19 right at your hip, right at your fingertips, honey. And as God breathe into me what I need to do, continue to take care and nourish that individual.
Mhm.
And God, just love on me, let the sun shine on me, and let me allow me to be able to do what it is you need me to do. Whatever your work is, allow me to do it.
All right. All right. Love it. Thank you so much, Val. Guys, thank you for stopping by to the fourth quarter storytellers. And we will see you next week with another beautiful, beautiful message. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody you know might benefit from this information. Okay? Have an amazing day.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye bye.